This is money that we're not appropriating at this time, so it's not amended and put into the budget. But what it does do is it provides a method and a source on the balance sheet for one of two things. One is either increased expenditures to help respond to the pandemic, which may or may not be reimbursed in the future by the federal and state governments. Hopefully they would come through, but sometimes there's a delay and sometimes there's things that we need to do that would not be eligible under their program. And the other thing is for loss of revenue. So it could become a backstop and a source for lost revenue. I do not pretend to know that the amount is correct, but it does give us a $2 million start and would be available to us both in fiscal 20 and in fiscal 21. The source of much of the information you have on that memorandum, for those who are interested, is page 59 of the fiscal 19 CAFR. So if you need to look at those numbers, these are the general fund amounts. So our unassigned general fund balance would go from $18,246,141 to $15,649,385, and we would now have a $2 million assignment that we could use to respond to the pandemic. I'm happy to answer any questions council may have.
Councilor Graham.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Mr. Whitley, just to verify, if more funding is required, we will be able to allocate more toward the pandemic response. This is not a one-time or one-shot deal, correct?
That is correct.
Thank you.
Councilor Kelly.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Mark, this is a very prudent thing for us to do, but of course it will have impacts going down the road. And the question asked earlier about, I know that the Congress has passed some legislation, and I know the city manager and staff is going to dive through it, but the sooner we can get a briefing on the actual impacts of this action going down the road. Obviously, we're in a budget cycle as we speak, and this is going to have some impact. I mean, we need to do it, but I think we also need to, at some point, let the public know what this really means going down the road in future budgets or the current budget. Thank you.
Vice Mayor Whitley.
Madam Mayor, Mr. Whitley, the way I understand this, we can shift this money for this purpose, but if it's not needed, we can always shift it back. Is that correct?
We're going to need it.
Yes, Mr. Whitley.
Yes, to take those questions in reverse order. Yes, Mr. Withers, to the extent that we do not need that money, it would definitely be eligible to be put back into the unassigned balance or assigned to another purpose, such as assignment to capital or some of our normal assignments on the balance sheet. So yes, this does not spend money in and of itself. This does not provide an appropriation authority. This is just an assignment on the balance sheet, and council is free to assign or unassign at any time they wish. Councilmember Kelly, back to your question, it is absolutely true that this is a interim step, and we will see as the months develop how we might need to amend fiscal 20 and fiscal 21 recommended budgets. This is just a step and just the beginning.
Madam Mayor?
Yes, Vice Mayor Withers.
I move that we pass resolution assigning the fund balance in the general fund for the pandemic response.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Madam Clerk, please poll the council.
Councilor Graham.
Yes.
Councilor Duffy.
Yes.
Councilor Devine.
Yes.
Councilor Kelly.
Yes.
Councilor Fry.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Withers.
Yes.
Mayor Greenlaw.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.